What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Binge Eater Podcast with your boy, the South Bouse. I'm here with Big Lynch.
What up?
Holding it down. Normally we have Donnie Duckett's on the ones and twos, but he's a real person. Like, we got a normie on the podcast, doesn't work in the digital space or anything like that, and I'm leaving to Miami, was running late, and at a certain point he was like, I got to tap out. I got to tap out. Also going to be talking about this man who was shot in the ass for eating the last Hot Pocket. And even though it's not a Hot Pocket, it's kind of like almost one a Pizza Pop. I actually was at my mom's house and I teefed a couple of those. I want to talk about that. And the Apple Vision Pro, $3,500 US for these Apple AR goggles, glasses. There's a lot of use for them that they say, but I could think up of a lot of uses for them. And I'm getting that. And then we talk about the Cheez-its stop, which, you know what? Actually, let's go into that right away. Because that's near Joshua Tree. And what do you know of Joshua Tree, Lynch?
I know that people go there to do drugs and find themselves potentially. I also know that Cheez-its are not that chill, and I feel like this is something that I've had a lot of issues with, because people, for whatever reason, Cheez-its has this like outsized value to people. Never understood it. I'm willing to eat it if you have a bag of Cheez-its lying around. Like I'll have a couple pieces. Like I'm not complaining, but the hype train on Cheez-its I feel is way overblown. Yeah. I just don't agree with it.
If I didn't know you, if I wasn't already your cousin, I'd be like, I like this guy. Because right off the bat, if I was like, what do you know about Joshua Tree? I know that's a place that people go to do drugs and find themselves. That's all I know about it. And yeah, it's like a gnarly looking tree. People do drugs around it. It's an ayahuasca spot, I think. And then you were like, and I know Cheez-its not that chill. Yeah. I don't think Cheez-its are chill. And when you said maybe you're at someone's house eating on some Cheez-its, what I imagine is Cheez-its is like the perfect thing when you're at someone's house and they're being picky and you want to eat. And you're like, where are we going to eat? I'm starving. And you're kind of like eating the Cheez-its that are in the house there. Because
like, I'll eat this cardboard for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know, cut my mouth up a bit and see how it goes. You know,
but at the same time, you could be blunted up enough with a box of Cheez-its that you're like, yo, Cheez-its are fire right now.
I feel like it's like Cheez-its. I kind of like my feeling about Cheez-its. Maybe I just haven't had that moment like you described. It's like sometimes when I watch certain content creators or someone's like, you got to watch this movie, you're going to watch this thing, and I don't get it. And then one day it clicks. All of a sudden it makes sense to me. You know, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like I had that one experience. Maybe I'm just missing that, but as it currently stands, if someone says Cheez-its is my favorite snack, I'm instantly judging you. Like we got problems. Like I'm like, oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, and what you described to me actually perfectly encapsulates probably a lot of music for me over the years. Someone's like, you got to check this out. And I'd listen to it and be like, oof, I don't know about this, man. This sucks. And then like 3 months later, I'm like, yo, it's that song again. It's good now. They had me beat by 3 months. And this is actually Let Me Know. This used to happen a lot. Let Me Know used to show me music, like some rap music or something. And I was always like, this is so silly. Like, I don't even know what the this guy's saying. What is rap these days? But then a couple months later, maybe it's summertime, and I'm like, hell yeah. I could think of one example was like, Let Me Know was like, you gotta see this guy. He's great. And he put on this video, and it's like the guy's got like one eye and fucking he's just like in a dirty kitchen, and I'm like, I don't know about this. And the song's all like 1738. And then I'm like, I don't know. And then a month later, I'm hearing it on like the niche hip hop radio stations. And I'm like, oh, this is that song Let Me Know was pushing on me. This is good now. And I thought it was fucking dumb like a month ago.
It's funny because a lot of people felt that way about that song. Because I think from what I recall, they were pushing that whole album for like a year. Like, you know, when people used to sell you CDs you ever been to like LA or down by the beach or whatever, and someone's like trying to give you CDs or albums?
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that so much anymore, but back in the day they used to.
No, they do. I saw a guy recently. They don't do it as much, but I did see a guy recently when I was.
I remember him like believing in that song and that thing, and like it took like a year for that song to really break, which is crazy because it really was the biggest fucking song. Like you could,
Yeah.
that whole album was like the biggest album. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He's in jail for 5 years.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's the craziest part for like selling drugs or something.
Yeah.
I think it's called. Yeah. I also like another thing is like I remember also let me know. I think again he was like, "Yo, you got this is sick," and he like puts it on, and it's this like fucking like just she's a gangster, but it's like she's just this. I'm pretty sure she was gay. Just at a glance, I'm like, oh, she's definitely a lesbian, which is all right. And I never like heard a lesbian rap. But let me just pushing it, and it's like, well, they're hating, but they broke though, you know. And I'm like, okay, this is, you know what? I'm kind of like okay with it, and I'm just gonna believe in my heart that this will mean something to me in like a month, and it did. I started to embrace things faster, and that carried over to a lot of stuff. I wish I could do it with shows.
But I'm actually insulted right now before you get too far ahead on this, because how many times we've been kicking it at the Olive Bar and you're never like, trust me, you know, like I'm like, yo, just try one of these pimentos, like a little pimento olive.
I try olives all the time.
Kalamata olive, you know.
I'm not, listen, I don't like olives, but I'm also not a bitch. I try an olive probably once every 2 months. I'm like, let's see what's up now. Let's see what's up now. They hate, but they broke though.
Yeah. Okay.
But actually, yourself as well. There was a point in time when I realized I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like bank on the fact that like what Lynch is telling me to do right now is a move switching to Ultra Boost. I was very Air Max 90. I put on the Ultra Boost. I'm like, oh yeah, they feel light. They feel good. I was never a guy that was like, these shoes are so comfortable. I was always like, put on your fucking boots and walk, bro. Shut up. But this one, I put it on. I was like, okay, yeah, I feel that. So I bought a pair of Ultra Boosts. Then when I went back to the Air Max 90, I was like, oh hell no. And it was going back in time. And also back in the, you were like, vlog, bro. You should vlog. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was vlogging on the phone. You were like, you should put it on the computer and vlog. And I was like, okay. And then I started doing it, and actually vlogging ended up being a whole extra dynamic to my career over the years. It was like a 5-year block. That was like a big thing. And that was also like at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm just like gonna listen. And then I have people like yourself, like, you know, or like, let me know with music. Donnie Duckett with books, you know, yourself with books too. Recommend a book. And I'm like, I wish I could. Cause like I could think of music, a small example. Sometimes people are like, you should hear this. And then I try and like be open-minded. If someone's like, you got to hear this country song, I'm like, I hate country music. I don't say that. I'm like, fine. I don't really like a lot of country music at all. Mm-hmm. But if you send me, I'm like, okay. And I'll give it a shot. I won't hear like the first like strum or the twang in the singer's voice and be off of it right away. No, I'll give it a shot. I do. Books though, you don't get to do that. It's TV shows also, like, or anime, especially like, yo, you got to love One Piece, bro. It's like you look at its 1,500 episodes. You're like, yeah, no, I don't have that. I don't have 1,500 episodes of something. And that's too bad, because if it was like 2002, you would have been like, yeah, I have room for about 100 new shows.
Yeah.
And these days we're like, well, I don't have time for 1,000 shows.
You know, it's funny. You said I gave you some good advice. One advice you didn't take was we were supposed to start this podcast 4 years ago. like 5 years ago, I think.
I think I had a podcast since then. I had
but even before then, I was ready for it. I was like, let's go.
I had Furious Pete come to the house and do a whole rundown. That's what the podcast was going to be. We were talking with Furious Pete for a minute there. But this one happened in the same way that the other one would have happened. Like I always said, I'm good to go whenever. But this was the one where you went and you bought the Rode microphones. Like once you got into the tech aspect of it, because I knew I didn't have that in me. Once you got into the tech aspect of it and you purchased all the equipment, it was like we hit the ground running.
Well, I think the real decision was the fact that I decided to join you on the podcast, because the creative was never to be like, here's me also. Here as well with the Sauce Boss. At least 5 years ago, that wasn't the plan in my head.
Well, no, we spoke about like another YouTuber doing with another YouTuber, which is still a good idea. But yeah. I did like the idea of this podcast being myself with two people that I really know. To like, you're actually, unfortunately for you, you're less of a normie now.
I'm not a normie, yeah.
You're like, no, you're like in the in-betweens.
somewhere in between.
Like you say, you're not a normie, but at the same time, like you're like golfing with like some 58-year-old white man who's breaking his golf club.
Yeah, that's true.
But so yeah, I feel like it's like you're in that space between, and then Donnie is so normie, and unfortunately for him, he's gonna get turned. Because we had like General Sam here on the last episode. By the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, it was a good one. We did one with a guest. I think we're gonna fuck with that a bit more. But stuff like that, exposure, like face to face with General Sam, moves like that, like Donnie's gonna get got. Like he's gonna
Donnie. I think Donnie
he's gonna become the mutant.
He's already hiking with him, like somewhere in the redwoods or something like that. He had to bounce on this episode.
Can't believe Donnie's getting his ass eaten by General Sam on top of Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah. Shout out to General Sam. That was fun. He was funny, man.
He was so racist off camera. It was crazy. This guy shot in the ass for eating the last hot pocket. Reading here, a man in Kentucky was arrested for shooting his roommate in the ass. Louisville.
You fuck around and find out. You eat my last hot pocket, you eat my last pizza, like whatever my last version. Like there's a point in my life, not now. Now I'm a well-adjusted person, but like catch me at the wrong time in 2007, like I might fight you.
2007, you just did his last line? Really, bro?
No.
You just did Big Lynch's last line in 2007?
No. You ate my like whatever was in my fridge. You ate it, and that's on site, as we say back then.
Yeah, there's like a lot of things, but like a hot pocket's just not it. Like I just imagine you have to be in jail, like fucking hot pockets.
I mean, they do make fire merch, so we know that.
Yeah, the hot pocket merch. What was it again? What was the item that they made?
They made like a pair of shorts with a little compartment to put your hot pocket and keep it warm. And
yes,
cargo short.
Yes, very Napoleon Dynamite.
We give a high rating. We said this for merch because like there is a lot of merch out there, and I mean honestly, Hot Pocket should be sending us stuff. I'm gonna hit them up.
Yeah, yeah. Tell them to suck my dick too. and you know it's funny because I made that joke earlier, but now it's you and I on the podcast. And last time you and I were on the podcast, just us two without Donnie or a guest or whatever, people were like, Harley's not on coke for this one. Which I thought was funny. And sometimes people like I'll be engaging with people like maybe on Twitter. They're like, oh yeah, I had a bit too much to drink. And I'm like, damn, they really think I'm the guy that I had been like peak epic mealtime party boy central. Like that's what they think. Like I do blaze a lot of hash, but like I'm not out here drinking and partying like a Monday night podcast recording session. Mostly because, not even by choice, just I'm too old. And not too old like, I wouldn't do that at my age. Look at my fucking, I have like toys in this room with me and I play computer games all the time. It's not that. It's just like physically getting drunk or partying is such a taxing endeavor on the body, on the soul, on the mind. You could have like very rare, but like you could take like mushrooms or something, have some crazy. You could go to Joshua Tree. You can do some drugs, find yourself, have like a perfect trip and all that, and you could be happy with what you got from it, you know, or maybe you were scared and you're happy you're out of it. And it was just like a skydiving experience type shit. But I think it's like
you're old and washed up. That's what you're trying to say.
It's
but like why do you think people think you're coked up on the other episodes other than the one you and I are talking on? It's like,
well, I joke about it all the time, and plus I think like I played like a party person for years.
But why do you think our episode brought the like more subdued energy? I guess is what people are saying.
I don't know. But, you know, that's interesting because when we were doing just us two, I was like, oh, it'll be us two. Like, you know, I'm gonna bring a little something. Like it's 1/3 of the personalities aren't there, so I'll bring a bit more. And then people are like, hey man, you were really chill this time. Maybe it's Donnie. Maybe Donnie got me acting stupid out here or something. You know what I mean?
Donnie's encouraging your bad behavior, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you do. Anyways, I was just saying you do that type of stuff, and you have a good experience. It's still taxing mentally, still taxing physically, especially.
Dude,
yeah.
Come on.
When was the last time you got drunk?
In Italy. like a few years ago, but that's
I haven't been drunk in a year. Last summer.
Yeah, I don't really drink. I actually just don't really like alcohol, to be honest with you. I know it's a pretty bad thing to say on the Epic Mealtime channel, but personally,
no, but you know why? You should follow it up with why, because it's taking up room in your stomach that you want food to take up.
yeah, I feel like it's just a waste of time and space. I also don't like the idea of being. I feel like alcohol of all the drugs, all the possible like stimulants you can take, or something you can take. It gives you the least amount of control over yourself, which I hate personally. I like to have control over my like emotions and what I say and how I act. And obviously, when you're drinking, I think it's the most out of control you can be.
The least amount of filter.
Yeah, at least when I feel it's like the most time where the most amount of times where you wake up, you're like, oh man, what was happening? Like, what did I say last night?
I used to go and delete Snap stories.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst.
I used to be out there. I'd be like doing the crazy shit. I'd be like, wow. I would go up and I'd be like, man, last night was crazy. And then I'll open up Snapchat and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's illegal. Deleting that. I'd be like, pretty sure that's a dude deleting that. And I used to like go on, like it was like Sunday morning. I'd wake up and like roll over, and I knew I wasn't even waking up and getting out of bed yet. It's like 8 a.m. that first like piss wake up, and I'd like open up Snapchat, Instagram, just start deleting stories.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see how that happened. So I had my moment, but me personally, like I just find it's a waste of like. It's also you feel the worst the next day. Out of all the things you could take, I guess if you're comparing like blazing versus drinking.
Yeah, drinking and Coke. That's the type of shit that'll get you to shoot your roommate over the last Hot Pocket.
Yeah,
that's a combo.
I mean, is there a food that is on site for you, or like a Hot Pocket clearly isn't it, But I mean, these guys aren't even young. These aren't young men. These are like older dudes that are roommates that are like.
Honestly, the only thing I could think of, it's gonna sound so funny. He's probably gonna think I'm saying it because he's not here. But like the chocolate covered almonds from the camping trip, that's some pretty on site shit. Yeah. And for those that don't know,
he's very nonchalant about that. He actually that's like normal behavior.
He threw away. Well, he told me, and I was like, oh, that's a big deal. We're talking about that on the podcast. He was going on a camping trip, and anyways, long story short, there was these chocolate covered almonds. And they were bringing them on the trip, and Donnie was like, nah, and like low key pulled them out of the shopping cart without telling anyone. And then at night after dinner, everyone was like, let's get those almonds out. He was like, there is no almonds. I didn't bring them.
Yeah, so you're saying he's a normie, and maybe the reason why your energy is off because when he's here is because he's also like a crazy person. Like, based on like the takes he's given on this podcast so far.
No, there's crazy people in the audience. I can't even clown it anymore because people are like, yo, I feel you on that ketchup on pizza, bro.
They're tripping.
Yeah. Yeah. So this Apple Vision Pro, $3,500 US price point, a little crazy.
Yeah,
a little crazy.
Initial thoughts, because I got deep on this one. Did you actually check all this out today when all the announcements? Did you like really dig into it?
I didn't read all the announcements. I saw the price. I read like a quick blurb about what they want to do, and I read a quick rundown of a couple of companies or services that are available on the AR glasses. By the way, guys, they're AR, which means they have a pass-through camera. So imagine like a VR headset that could sit on your head. Apparently it sits on your head for 2 hours wirelessly with no plug-in all day if you plug it in. And it apparently doesn't get hot or uncomfortable or heavy. And it's these big bug-eyed glass goggles, look like ski goggles.
Ski goggles.
And it is a pass-through camera, which I've always backed with my VR headset. I was like, oh, this is the future. And that's when you have the headset on, you have a camera so you could see everything around you at the same time. Like imagine, anyways, I'll get into all that. But people that see you when your pass-through camera is on, they can see your eyes. Like it's showing your eyes on the outward of the thing, so they could see that you could see them. So I guess if you're watching a movie, it wouldn't show your eyes. It would show that you're not in tune with the world right now. You're in your AR space.
No, I think it does. I think it would show your eyes. I'm pretty sure it does.
No, if you could see people, if your pass-through is on, you could see people, the eyes will go on. And if someone, for example, like approaches you, your camera will bring them in, what you're looking at. It'll put them in the forefront. and it'll then turn on your eyes for them.
Yeah. So I'm not a big
By the way, what I was talking about there was like a really small aesthetic detail of it that could change. It's not even at all the beginning of what this
but like
is
from
doing.
the pictures, it's the thing that stands out the most. Like people seeing the people's eyes. Like I feel like all the promo materials, everything you're looking at, that's like the thing. It's almost like, oh, it's so personal. You're wearing these goggles that look honestly ridiculous. And what I'll say is, it is a crazy price point. I haven't really spent, as you know, like you're much more like in the VR wearing things on your face world than I am. I have a really hard time with the idea of putting like a charger right directly next to my face for long periods of time.
That's blasting Wi-Fi.
It's like blasting Wi-Fi, like it directly. It's like there's something about that just weirds me out. I don't know. Like I have no reason. I haven't done the research. I'm not like here to be like,
But you're like,
you're conspiracy. I'm just like,
no. I'm not against you, but you are in like in the middle of a Wi-Fi cloud with like heavy duty headphones on the screen in front of you. I see two screens behind you. You're in a box right now.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I'm saying like I haven't. There's no logic other than the idea of like it's like as if I put a battery right on my face, right in my head, and that just freaks
Your phone.
My phone. Yeah, my phone. I don't want to put my phone next to my ear.
But no, it's true. I feel you on that.
But Apple, for the most part, I would say, rarely misses when they do this. Like, the only thing I'm really buy into is like I got the phone, I got the computers, right? Those are like the things I have. I didn't buy the headphones. I never bought the watch. I would maybe buy a watch, but this thing.
Wait, you never got the AirPods?
I got the AirPods.
Yeah.
Well, I can't use them anymore because.
See, the AirPods, I was pretty off on it. I was like, oh, I don't know about these, like these, and I get them. I'm like, oh yeah, they nail that. The iPad, I like low-key made fun of the first one, but then when they made the iPad Pro, I was all over it. I loved it. I loved my MacBook. My MacBook changed my life because I learned how to edit and do everything on that. I mean, when they do things, it's like you say, they're a big deal. However, I can't blame them. I just think smartwatches are just ugly. They're just an ugly looking thing. And it's funny because this is also an ugly looking thing. Now, you would think that would be a problem to me. But the thing is, this is so much uglier than the watch. We've now come full circle back where I kind of like how it looks. Before I thought Elon was getting a little weird. I thought the Cybertruck was a perfect example of that element of ugliness pushed so far that I'm like, okay, I kind of fuck with it now. And these look like goggles. They literally look like snowboarding goggles. And
I don't mind it. Not gonna lie.
It's expensive. It's literally, it's probably, I mean, if I were saying on the high end, it's $1,000 too much. That's on the high end. That means if this was $2,500, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But like,
are you gonna buy it? Gen 1?
$3,500 for Gen 1. I'm probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not. Yeah. Because it's Gen 1. You know what? I never had Gen 1 iPhone, and the iPhone 2 I'm happy I missed out on. iPhone 3 was pretty good. iPhone 4 was where it's at. So the first iPad is like a disgusting thing compared to like the second and third one.
So they're saying this is good. Like they said, the eye tracking's like next level. Like it's really, really good. And the part that interests me about it, the one thing where I'm like, that would be fun. And you already do this, is just like watching entertainment for a period of time, like being like basically in your own private movie theater. Is that what it's like when you watch
every
VR
single
with your
week?
friends?
Every single week, guys, like throughout pandemic and until now, once a week I go onto my Quest VR headset and I meet up with my buddies in big screen mode, which is a movie theater. And one of my buddies, Steve Saragoza, holding it down. Shout out the dynamic banter. He will basically DJ movies. We did horror sequel movie generator because he owns all these movies. And so he'd hit shuffle and would play part 2 of a random horror movie or part 2 of a random sci-fi movie. And you could sit there with your friends. You have an avatar. You're all in the theater. We're like 15 people. all living in different countries or states, and we throw popcorn or tomatoes at the screen and we talk, and you can like take pictures, and you just basically do all this stuff. Maybe he takes and puts it on the screen too, because you could just like open it's his computer screen, and we just laugh and have a good time, and that's watching the movies. And if a movie's 3D, what's really cool about it is it's just 3D within the VR. It's just weird how it works, and it's cool. The resolution of the Quest isn't like unbelievable or anything, and I don't know how this will be, and I don't know if this will be like you'll be able to hang. Yeah, will you be able to hang out with your friends? Like they said that you have like an avatar in this that's super realistic, like not like
you can also do like FaceTime, where it like projects like a version of you that's like, you know, obviously like even like for working, I wonder if people are going to be working with this thing on, because you can like you can look at your computer and like the interface comes up and you can sort of do like
it's the idea like for me that I always liked about augmented reality was you could have a studio apartment with like you know, just like an ugly aesthetic and maybe a small television and no window. And with AR, you could put on your glasses and you could have the space, because it has a whole spatial awareness aspect. You could have it so that when you put them on, like you have a gigantic TV screen on your wall. You have a window with outside. That's not actually a window, but it is actually outside, and it's coordinated with the time and weather of your location. Your couch is ugly. You could change up what the couch is visually and then place that couch in your AR space where your couch is. So when you put your goggles on, you have like the new couch that you got a big window, a huge TV, a nice view, and in reality, you're still just in the shitty apartment that you're doing.
It's like for rich people.
For now.
Yeah.
For now. But also, you say for rich people, when the iPhone, and I was going to bring this up when I saw the price, the $3,500, is because I'm just like, oh, we're at that new place now. That's the price. Because $3,500 to me sounds like when I first heard that an iPhone was going to be $1,100. When I heard the iPhone was going to be $1,100, the idea of someone buying a phone for $1,100 was so fucking crazy. That was like yeah, $1,100 phone existed, but you didn't buy it. Yeah, there's $3,500 products that exist. People don't buy it, but like people that love Apple, not all of them are like super rich people. Some of them work like crazy to save up to go buy the new MacBook and the new iPhone.
They do offer like a lot of financing options where like 0% down, you can buy stuff. Like I've done that before, where you're like, you know, you just pay it over 12 months. So yeah, I guess it'll be more accessible. Still a pretty hefty price. I mean, that's severe.
Yes, there is a 10% chance that I buy this thing.
I feel like you're going to buy it. I have this.
All it takes is like one feature or one particular thing that I'm sold on. I'm like, I want it. I'll try that.
It's very Ready Player One, it looks like.
It looks exactly like that. It looks exactly like the Ready Player One goggles.
Which is chill, to be honest with you.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
But like, am I allowed in like the movie theater with this on my head?
Well, that's the thing.
I'd be like, bro, but I want my subtitles, and I have the subtitles app that I downloaded.
Well, that's the other thing is
and that's sorry to keep interrupting. That's sick. Also, if you could have subtitles with people, bro, you know how much I'd love to have subtitles with you. Like when we're in a crowded area, I put my goggles, you're talking, and it's giving me subtitles for you. People could talk to you in Japanese, and you could have English subtitles under them. That sounds like Vision Pro round 3, but these are the type of things that I think of. You know when someone's like, oh shit, I wonder how much money a civil engineer makes in Toronto. When you say that, like you could have like Siri Auto on or Google Auto. So when someone says that, as they're saying it, it like just gives you the feed top right. Do you want to like take in that information? It's right there. You just got it. It auto searched it up. These are the things like that I think about that make you sound like Terminator.
So only got 2 hours battery life, and I also feel like someone will rip this off your head. Like someone will take this, or you're walking down the street, like this will be taken from you. I'm sorry.
Honestly, if this is as sick as I think it is, as you're walking down the street, it'll be like give you a threat indicator, and it'll be like threat assessment analyzed.
No way.
Yeah, it'll be like change your trajectory, your walking trajectory by 45 degrees westwards.
Minority Report.
This shit's going to make you like the fucking Terminator. Someone's going to rip this off your head. You will know. Their body language will be assessed. Their face scan will happen.
So you think like my child is going to be wearing like computers on her face all day?
She's going to laugh when she hears you say that.
Like,
no, Dad, she wants to go get the brand new Apple Vision Pro surgery.
Yeah.
Apple Vision Pro 8.0. They put it right into your eyeball. Becky got it, and so did Sarah. Their eyes are all white like the Apple AirPod case. Dad, I'm so tired of my stupid blue eyes, brown eyes, whatever. I want to have all white Apple eyes.
I'll be collecting like vintage 2025 like gas powered cars or something like that. Like I'll be like, no, I'm gonna stay driving on the roads. Actually, this is where
just a car in general, because no one can drive the car. They'll be like, what do you have a car for? These aren't even allowed on the road unless you live outside of any city.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the future the left wants for you, Lynch.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. These vision things I think are gonna fuck with people though. It seems a little divisive still. There's not like a consensus yet. I don't think about what people think. I think the price.
It's just not it. People can't get excited because of the price point. People can't get excited. People are just like, okay, like rich fucking tech review YouTubers. Can't wait to hear what you got to say about it. But I'm not going to buy it. No, I mean like when it's out.
Yeah.
Like when they buy it.
Well, they actually they gave it to the like top reviewers, got to sit with it for 30 minutes or something like that, and then they all made videos. All the videos came out today.
What'd they say? Well, they all. It's so funny because they just, what do? They're opening up iPad apps and looking at it on a screen in front.
Yeah, the hard part, because the developers haven't the developers haven't really like, who knows what it's going to happen once the developers start making things for it. I think like anything, they're like impressed by the design, how good the eye tracking is. It is weird that there's no like haptic feedback because you do things with your hands and gestures and stuff. Yeah. Because like usually they come with controllers, right? Like you have one where they have like controllers in your hand, so you know what you're doing. But I said the response is really good. The design, obviously, they like a lot of premium materials. The 2 hours is kind of rough, but I guess when you have like a million cameras inside,
it's not even gonna be 2 hours. It's gonna be like 1 hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 1 hour. If they say 2 hours, like 2 hours means like looking on the lowest setting, reading an article.
Yeah, and you got like a little like nod, like a thing you can like turn to be more immersed in it or less immersed in it, and like bring out more stuff. You can make your room feel bigger. I think
they said you can watch a dark movie in a lit up room with their settings.
That's the thing. That's the only. I actually just would like to watch a movie. I like to be on a plane with these goggles on my face, watching a movie on a 100-inch screen.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like that's what I want. That's like the only use case that I see for myself currently is just being on an airplane with my $4,000 goggles on, watching the sequels to bad horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I think it's cool. We'll see how it goes. It's expensive, so don't know if I'm doing it. Grimace?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
That is like a classic question that I think everyone's been asked this at some point or has had to contemplate this. So it's like kind of interesting to me. If you had one last meal, like that's it, like you went on a rampage and you're in jail, that's it for the sauce boss, what are you picking for your last meal? What's the call?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow,
the whole box.
That was fast. So you thought about this?
I've thought about this, yeah, of course. And I always thought it was funny because it was like an early epic mealtime question for interviews, and I was always like cereal, and they're always like, oh, okay. And the truth is, because let's just say you you have to decide. I'm sure with it's like, hey, you're dying in 3 hours. Jerry's here with the car. What do you want? He's gonna go get it. Like, I think you got to say it in advance. And I can't think of many foods that I want to say in advance. And also, when did you get it? Imagine you're going to die and you're like, I want a pizza from Domino's. And they got the pizza at like 11 a.m. because that's when whatever his name was out, and you're dying at 1:30. So at 1 p.m., you're eating a 2 hours old Domino's pizza. You're kind of like, ugh. But if you ask for Cinnamon Toast Crunch in 2 weeks from now, I know I'm going to want the cereal. And I know that it's not the cereal until I pour the two things together and I have it. And so it'll just be a fresh bowl of fucking
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
fucking fresh bowl of Cinny, bro. Before I piece this earth. See you all on the other side. I never killed that woman and I didn't do it. And you're all going to hell for whoever pulls the lever here. But I'm still going to enjoy this sanitize. Oh shit, he's on coke. Yeah, he's on coke.
That's a pretty good call. I wouldn't go that route, but I what's crazy about that is that they used to let people get as much whatever they wanted. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, because people abused it.
Like some scumbag like did it, and then he like ordered like an insane amount of food, didn't eat any of it. I'm like, no, this is done now. This is ridiculous. How much money are we spending on this food for someone who ultimately people are like, we don't agree. They shouldn't get to have whatever they want, which is like such a, I don't know.
It was like a thing back in the day when it's like your last meal, have anything you want. Your choice was like chicken or steak.
That's like the human thing to do before we.
No, they should be able to be like, you could do any drug you want. I also, or like you could sit there and be like, I want to do, like I want to be on a lot of mushrooms. When I'm sitting in that chair. Sounds like a fucking nightmare.
I'm gonna lie, prison sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I just watched a video. It was like an interrogation type thing. She was like, I don't even know the details of it. It was just a quick clip. She was like, I didn't do it. I'm not going to jail where they don't give you any pillow. And they're like, no, you get a pillow in jail. And she's like, really? And she was like, maybe it's prison you don't. They're like, no, you got a pillow in prison. We literally have pillows here. And she's like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, they'll give you a job and you get like a pill. And she's like, huh. And it said, the title of it said that she opens up. After that, I didn't stick and watch the entire thing, but I thought that was funny. She was like, wait, you get a pillow?
Well, well, there is like medium security. I mean, there are like very low security prisons depending on what kind of crime you commit. I think the funniest is that, what's her name? The
Young Ma.
No. The Silicon Valley startup chick who just went to jail.
Yeah.
Trying to have babies to get her way out of going to jail, pretty much.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, so she. Oh, this thing was funny that she like met some dude and just started popping babies out. She's like, through the process of going through trial and delaying, she had 2 kids.
Yeah,
like, you can't tell me there's like what's that all what's that all about? Come on, that's a really fucked up thing to do. Like, I'm going to prison for 11 years. But let me have these 2 babies real fast.
It's your last chance.
I guess.
Gotta lock it down.
I mean, sounds like a girlfriend for you.
If you get the thing is, if you're gonna have like the prison that you'll end up in, being in the I always thought Vibes Cartel. He got like convicted for murder.
I hear he's sick in prison.
Exactly. I was gonna say that. Yeah, he was.
You've reminded me of something. I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
This is something that's been kind of driving me a little crazy, and I keep thinking about it, and I haven't like looked about it at all. I've looked around, but do you remember when Andrew Tate was in jail in Romania, and they're like, all of a sudden this news came out that he was terminally ill. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
No one talks about that.
Well, because there was like a follow-up after. It was like weird. He like showed his face and he was like, they're poisoning me. Like my face is swollen since and then like, it was like a weird bullshit
No, they were
thing.
saying he was like, he has terminal cancer. He's going to die. He has like lung cancer or some shit.
But that wasn't true.
And just no one talks about it anymore?
No, I think I saw like a Philip DeFranco video after where it was
so
like,
what? So like this whole rumor, someone started this rumor to try and get out of jail, or like one of his fans did, or he did. And
you don't go on Twitter enough. That shit happens like daily, like shit like that all the time.
That's like the news just runs with it. Like, yes, this is interesting. I'm gonna cite my sources: Twitter. I like boobs. 65.
Yeah, no, he said he was poisoned, and then he was ill.
I saw that one, but I'm saying he also said that, or someone said that he was dying. Like, literally, it was reported on like this, like on the like mainstream news that was talking about.
Yeah, they said he had lung cancer and stuff. There was a lot of things, but yeah.
Okay. So we just forgot about that one. That one just gets tucked away.
Well, he kind of ended it too, I think. I think they all were just like, yeah, that's not anything.
Okay. Good news story.
It's because his manager said that he had cancer, and then he was like, I don't have cancer.
Okay, so it's a good cycle, like a 24-hour news cycle that was
exactly.
Really fire for everyone to be talking about. Great thumbnail.
But yeah, they got his name out there again.
Yeah, okay,
for a bit.
I got it. Okay, fair enough. I don't know, bro,
yeah, that's the move, actually, guys. If you really want this podcast to pop off, like what would be super helpful, and I don't know if any of you cool dudes are out there or you're that type of guy, but if you are that type of guy, you got my support. You got to take this shit. You got to make like 5 TikTok accounts and take the most base shit that we say and throw it out there with some fucking funk music. And like that would help so much. I see all the people doing it and they're pretty successful. It's you guys that would do it. And the only reason I'm saying like you guys should help us out is because all the other people that do that move, they hate women or they're racist. So it'd be pretty cool if we had some people that didn't hate women and weren't racist out there. You know, well, I mean, we're racist and hate women secretly, but we're not gonna do it on the podcast.
If you want views, you got to do that. Unfortunately, you know, if you want people to,
it's all about a person out there. Actually, I sent you someone. Someone sent me a message.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you're listening, you go ahead.
Do it.
Go off, King.
Go for it, man. Yeah, exactly.
That would help us out a whole bunch. Back to McDonald's merch, because it's so crazy that they keep pushing all these crazy merchandise ideas. And I didn't know, apparently, like Grimace, it's all about Grimace coming up in June. Grimace, you guys know that fat fucking purple goon McDonald's gang? You know, McDonald's is pushing the gang a lot. You had the Hamburglar, that bird bitch I never trusted, Grimace, the whole gang, Ronald McDonald's fucking little goons.
Seriously? I heard Grimace is supposed to be a taste bud. Is that true?
What do you mean it's supposed to be a taste bud?
Grimace is a taste bud. That's what he's supposed to be.
That's what he is? He's a taste bud?
That's what I read, yeah. I could be wrong, but that's what they're saying, man. That's
it's interesting. Grimace is like an expression like on your face.
I know, but he's also a taste bud.
No, he's not.
Look it up, man.
Oh my god. Oh. McDonald's had previously suggested that Grimace might be a swollen purple taste bud. Yo, that's so ugly. That is the ugliest concept of a fucking, oh my god. And by the way, when he was first introduced, by the way, it was in 1971, and he was a villain with 4 arms, and he was focused on stealing McDonald's milkshake in the early commercials. They didn't
play around in the 70s, dude. Okay, like Grimace, I have no affinity for Grimace, to be honest with you. Like only like Ronald was really the guy. Like you really would talk, like be like, okay, Ronald, you see him around.
Yeah, and the hamburger, I'd be like, I don't trust that motherfucker, but I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
Where he's at.
Hamburgers are chill. Yeah, you like.
I was like, jacking a hamburger is easy, bro. If McDonald's is your friend, Ronald McDonald is your boy. Like jacking that burger is easy.
But they bring these characters back because they brought the Hamburglar back recently for their new burger. Like how when they changed the burger, the way they marketed it was like incorporating the Hamburglar into their marketing materials. Like, we're gonna bring the Hamburger back for this. Now they're like, yo, Grimace is back too now.
But what about that bird bitch? The bird bitch and the crew, and what about that hamburger head guy? The guy whose head is a hamburger.
That guy's sick.
Yeah, he's fucking bro. Hamburglar should eat him.
If your head's a hamburger, you're my boy. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that makes sense. Honestly,
I'm so mad you sit on my couch now and a ketchup pickle falls out of your head onto the couch.
Yeah, you're
choked about that.
Yeah, you're pissed off. Well, every time I talk, lettuce is falling out of my. I'm talking. It's like all that comes out. With my hamburger head.
They got this whole lineup of McDonald's merchandise again. It's just funny because unfortunately Lynch isn't wearing his right now. Sometimes he's wearing his McDonald's
hype beast merch.
Yeah, but they got this shirt here. It's the old McDonald's coffee cups which was the brown and then red and then yellow McDonald's M's, like all side by side, like in a row. And it used to be on their old coffee cups. And it's a t-shirt and it's chill. And then they have the nickname one, you know, it says Mickey D's, McDonald's, Macca's, McD's, and McDo. And McDo and Mickey D's are what like we call them in Canada, actually. But this McDonald's duffel bag, it's like a camo McDonald's Big Mac bag. And it's honestly like it's not even bad. It's just these things make excellent gifts.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to, I don't want to buy it. Like I like it, but I don't want to buy it.
Like the lounge, like the Fry's loungewear, I almost bought a set for my wife. I was like, oh, she would like this. It's like a thing to just chill in the house, and it'd be funny and like a funny gift. But like then I'm like, bro, like I'm gonna spend $30 on this probably like shitty McDonald's fucking thing. But I want to ask you, know what's funny about the Grimace, this Grimace move they're doing here? It's like a purple shake essentially, kind of like a Shamrock shake, but not a Shamrock shake, just a purple shake now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're kind of pushing like purple drank on all these kids now. Like, what are they trying to? They're trying to push codeine on us, or what? What's up with that?
This is literally the world the left wants for you and
like
your kids.
Like, what do
they want your daughter in a fucking Apple Vision Pro $3,500 headset, blasting LGBTQ stuff to her eyeballs while she's sipping on that perp drink.
Like they want like this. She's practicing sipping on that lean. Like it might as well be Future. She'd be like Grimace and Future in a commercial with this purple drink right here if they're being smart.
Yeah. So. Speaking about the Apple Vision Pro headset, I got a question. Would you rather have the Apple Vision Pro headset, 2 of them, one for yourself, one for your wife, or 1 scoop of the world's most expensive ice cream from Japan, which is called Byakuya, which Byakuya, shout out to all my Bleach fans that watch, means white knight. Byakuya, which is apparently this ultra luxe Japanese ice cream brand, Celato, Cellato, said that their ice cream is so good it will delight even your cells. But it's $6,600 per scoop. And Guinness World Record has confirmed it is the most expensive ice cream, which is so dumb because, like, let me fucking make an ice cream right now. I'll win. It's a combination of white truffles imported from Alba, Italy, Parmigiano Reggiano cheeses, and Sakilis, a byproduct of the sake production process. The resulting frozen dessert costs an absolutely eye-watering $6,696 for a single 130 milliliter. 4.4 ounce serving.
Like we need someone to come on and.
But what would you rather though?
Me?
Yeah, the 2 headsets or that ice cream?
Obviously, the 2 headsets. Come on.
See, I think that's silly.
No. Okay, tell me why. Why is that silly? You know what's silly? Grating cheese on my ice cream is fucking silly. That's what's silly to me. Okay.
Why?
I don't want cheese on my ice cream.
It's the same shit as your ice cream.
I understand that, but it's not the same flavor.
We don't know. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know what this ice cream is, bro.
I want to tell you something. I fall, like you say, I like nice things, but there's like a level of fanciness when it comes to food where I'm just almost automatically out. My palate isn't refined enough.
But you're not paying for this.
I don't care if I'm paying for. I don't care whether I'm paying for it or not.
So you don't want to try it if someone's giving it to you?
I would, yeah. If someone gave it to me, I'd try it. Sure.
Well, they give it to you, but you're choosing the headsets over this.
I think the headset. You know what? I'm pragmatic. The headset would have more utility for me.
Here's the thing. I think there's a lot more waste there too. Listen. Hear me out. Okay. First off, I want to say YOLO. People don't say that anymore, but I want to say YOLO.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
In the event that the Apple Vision Pro headset becomes like a fucking cool ass thing and it's like the norm, you'll get one. It'll be there in your life. You'll have one. Okay. This first gen one, 2 of them, your wife doesn't give a fuck. You're giving one to me. I'm using it way more than you. All that. But if you get a shot to try this stupid ass fucking ice cream that no shot is worth that much, if you don't take this offering of it right now, you will never have that again. And to trade it for what? A fucking iPad for your eyeballs? Imagine it's today. Imagine it's today, and you could have got 5 iPad 1s instead, or that ice cream back in 2009, and you chose 5 iPad 1s. What would be better for you today, right now?
This is the issue. Is ice cream is the wrong type of food to be playing this game with me. Okay?
I know, me too. I'm not even big on ice cream. It doesn't even sound good.
I like ice cream. Good. I like ice cream, but I don't like when you get balsamic vinaigrette ice cream. I want to punch you in the fucking.
Oh, that was fire.
Like I want to.
But I tried it before I got. I didn't go there. I was like,
it's like my wife.
You balsamic in your ice cream. I went there and I tried it, and I was like, I only tried it because you could try every flavor, and I was shocked.
Sure.
And I would love to see the look on your stupid face when you fucking try it, when they make you try it, bro.
Never.
And you'd look at me and you'd be like, bro, I was wrong.
No.
It's a fire.
No. I'm going straight to the banoffee. Okay, that's the thing. Like it's like my wife goes and gets fucking.
There was no banoffee. There was no banoffee though. I would have tried. I would have sampled the banoffee.
Okay, yeah.
They rotate the flavors. They had sunflower there, bro. Sunflower. Sorry, not sunflower. Dandelion.
Sounds terrible.
Like, yeah, it does. It
Dandelion's
does.
Like,
but you know what?
It
wasn't.
I'm stepping on when I'm walking around.
Exactly. Yeah. But it wasn't though. That's the craziest part.
Dog piss all over my fucking ice cream. Like, what do you mean?
It's interesting. It didn't even look like it was with a dandelion. They could have been lying, but I just can't think of anything more fucking sick than you trying this $7,000 ice cream.
Yeah.
And literally be like, it's all right.
Well, you're missing
too expensive.
You know what? That's the actual review. I don't have to try it, but that is.
You already know. That's it.
That's the review.
You're like, I don't need to try it.
Once Guinness gets involved, then I got issues. Then there's something weird about this.
They're fake. They're fakers with it.
There's something going on here. It's like, you got to get Guinness down here. You paid these fucking guys to come down and look at your stupid ice cream.
Did you look at the ice cream when they pulled it out of the little jar? Did you watch that?
Well, yeah, the box. It's expensive also because they give you a fancy box and a fancy utensil.
That's also. You're like, can you not charge me $6,500? Can you just charge me like $6,450?
Yeah,
keep.
They're like, oh, we actually forged this in Japan. This knife here,
handmade. Well, the thing is that I would back you on is like. The cheeses and stuff that are on it are kind of like on top. It looks like you got to mix the ice cream up yourself.
You have to assemble it. It doesn't come assembled. You have to assemble this ice cream as well.
Yeah.
Like it has an instructions manual, which to me, it's like, okay, bro, it's ice cream. I had a lot of problems. I'm not gonna add a lot of problems with this ice cream. It was pissing me off. And you're right. I can see your point. That just to be like, oh, like I had the $7,000 ice cream, but I think there's too many gimmicks involved now. Now there's too many things they're trying to do. Give me the iPad for my eyeballs that I'm going to use like twice, and I'll still be happier. I think I'll be happier with that.
Yeah. See, and what I want to do is now.
If it was a steak or something like that, that's a different story. I'm probably going to steak. If you're like, oh, this is next level $10,000 steak that we can get here, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that experience. Yeah, see,
they have a 6-piece box set of their other ice creams. Black truffle, chocolate, yuzu. 4. It's 4 ice cream, the same size for $360.
Oh, sounds like
I want to get that. I kind of want to get that. And you're like, oh, okay, but I'm putting that shit on the company, bro. I'm making a shit video about it.
You know what? Might go viral, do it, man.
Right? If the channel never fell off, the channel never fell off. This expensive ice cream's like an easy video. I'd be like, sick, bro. We got a Tuesday. Easy, bro. I'm saying $7,000 ice cream.
Now you're lying because like you say that, but you'd be like, you'd sit there and you'd be like, not enough there, man. I don't know. I feel like it needs more.
Well, there were times where I got like, I might go and get like samurai costumes or something. Have them dressed as like a fucking ninja. And, you know, we fucking make ninja stars with bacon or something too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You're like, I thought not enough actually.
I remember I ordered like lion meat from some place. It never came. There were times where I've ordered like certain meats and it never came. And I was like, okay, I guess that's it.
Oh,
but I wondered if it got stopped at the border and someone brought it home or some shit.
What if you had, we asked about your last meal. If you had to pick one of the epic meals as your last meal, which one would it be? Is there any that stick out to you or it all tastes the same?
No, I mean, I loved Breakfast of Booze because Breakfast of Booze was compiled quickly and consumed quickly.
Sure, yeah.
And I love I love French toast. I love pancakes. And we had a lot of that. There's a lot of maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Now I could tell you, and I think it's because I live in Quebec and I'm like, this is our thing. I really do love maple syrup. And I eat a lot of maple syrup treats when I'm like, when I want. I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Maple that's a very serious decision to do maple treats. Like a lot of maple treats.
Yeah, man. I kind of, you know what? I think that might be my thing. I think that might be one of my favorite things. I'm a maple guy.
Wow. That's
You're not? Have you really thought about it though? Like,
I eat maple, yeah. I'll eat maple for
bro,
sure.
those maple cookies that are like a maple leaf with like
I know, but you know what? You can't eat enough of them. It's too much. It's like, how many can you eat really?
I stopped buying them because I dominate the box.
Oh, you eat the whole box?
Mash it up, bro. I stopped buying them. And when you rack maple sandwich cookies,
yeah, that's maple.
There's no room in your body, and like even like your teeth get mad at you. Your teeth, and that's interesting. Like I'm at that age now too. Where I'm like, I ate too much sweets. My teeth are mad. But listen, I'm a maple guy, and this is my maple story.
So yeah, bro. So maple
proud.
Meal. So you're like a 50-pound pancake stack with maple syrup all over it. That's your pick.
I can't believe like I used to live my life just like I'd be at breakfast and they'd give me like the pancake table syrup and I'd be like, yep, and I'd use it. Now I pay like $3.50 for that maple syrup. Which jokes, I went to Cracker Barrel. You order pancakes at Cracker Barrel, they bring you little bottles, glass bottles that say 100% maple syrup. And I'm like, fucking gangster shit right here. I love this country.
Yeah, see.
I love it.
We actually missed an opportunity this year. I was looking it up and I forget every year. I actually want to do this. I want to go to a cabana sucre like up in Quebec and like go kill it with the little sticks with the cold syrup on it. Like, but it only happens at the end of winter. And I like look at it, I'm like, oh, we missed it. Like that's a good, video right there.
Not last year, the year before.
Was it fire? Is it as good as I remember? Because that's like a little kid memory.
Bro, you would love it so much more now. First of all, I went there and walked around, whatever, and then I went inside and I sat down and like they just bring you like egg souffle and like pancakes and honestly like the bacon and the sausage all have like a hint of maple on it
on the stick
when it's all done. When it's all done, yeah, you go outside and you get tire sur la neige, which is the popsicle stick, bro.
Explain that. Break that down for people a little bit right there, because that's
you get a
core memory.
So you have like snow. Packed snow on this like think of like a feeding trough, like waist high, and it's just all packed clean snow, and a guy will come with a pitcher with heated up maple syrup and he'll pour a line down, just like a line of maple syrup, and so it's like hot, but it goes into the snow and they kind of form this like a gelatinous mixture, the snow and the maple syrup, and you take a popsicle stick and you stick it on one end of the line and you keep turning it so that it's all raveling up, kind of like what you do with your spaghetti on a fork. And then you have this like basically cold lump of maple syrup lollipop / popsicle, and it's fucking lit. I actually bought the tire sur la neige. They sell them at the grocery stores near me. It's like that type of syrup.
Okay.
And like I was literally going in the backyard with the dirty snow. No joke. I was looking for a clean patch that my dog didn't piss on, hopefully. And also that there wasn't hidden shit under it and it still fell from the dirty sky. Yeah. And the sky that we made all dirty. And I did tire sur la neige, like straight up looking at my back. Bro, Ford came. We put it into like a metal tin and like brought it into the kitchen on the counter. I had my nephew over there doing tire sur la neige with me.
This is a fire.
It's like 10:30 p.m. My fucking nephew's like 8, like eating pure sugar.
We should have. This is what we should have done. We should have done like a little experience like that.
Going back to Muscles Glass's birthplace.
Yeah, to meet his father and eat.
But I saw that guy. I didn't film a video there.
No.
I guess maybe it was a vlog or it wasn't. I didn't have enough.
Either way, that's what I want. I've been thinking about that for years now. Like I want to go back. I want to go and have the little the hot, cold maple syrup on a stick that I could eat.
It's actually my last vlog.
Is that?
Yeah. I probably went to go do an epic meal and it wasn't enough. That's it. The vlog just came back twice just now in this conversation. So I guess I gotta gotta bust out the vlogs, bro.
No, you gotta pick a lane, bro. Okay, it's enough. All right.
Yeah, no, that just means Twitch. That Twitch gets hurt now.
Yeah.
My Twitch streams, not my Kick streams. Though. I'm not gonna fuck with my Kick streams.
I think we have to start uploading videos, new videos every day. Like you got to go Casey Neistat. We got to go Casey Neistat circa 2015. Like every day, like 001, bring it back. Let's go 001, and it's like every day. You're, the whole story is just you getting dinner. That's the whole story. That's the story. But you got to find the story within the story. You know what I mean? Like it's dinner, but something happens every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like one time you lose a leg, right? The next time, I don't know, you make out with a stranger.
And it's a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, right? It's like
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Binge Eater podcast. Shout out to Donnie Duckets, wasn't here today, but we had Lynch holding it down as usual. Myself, guys, leave a rating, a review, something like that. And I got a bunch of your Tinder profiles. I forgot to tell you, Lynch. I got a bunch of your Tinder profiles. I'm gonna accumulate them together. And we're gonna do a rundown. Maybe we'll do it on the podcast. Maybe we'll do a special episode of the podcast, but it'll be a good one. Yeah, I didn't want to do it without Donnie, so I held off on it. So it'll be a good one.
I like that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Peace, y'all.